This is not a case study of Aman Gupta about his company book. This is something beyond. This is all the doubts, uncertainties, and fear when you plan to start a business, especially when no one in your surrounding talks about building a business, a startup, or a company apart from getting a stable job. Even more disappointing thing is when you force yourself to go beyond the traditional thinking and start to plan something of your own. The people around you are always ready to pull you down. This is exactly the point from where Aman was started, but he managed all the obstacles nicely and took the first step of building his business. If you are new here and in your 20s, you see yourself as an entrepreneur but stuck on where to start, no rich background, no connection, no funding, just have hunger and time to build something of your own. Hi, I am Anirban and here we talk about how to build from zero. Welcome to the Founder Journey. Aman was born in 1982, then completed schooling from Delhi, then did graduation in commerce, then became a chartered accountant, then did multiple jobs in some of the best companies. Even after all these phases of life, Aman did not get any business exposure. No one around him was talking about building a business, a startup, or a company. And you know what? This is not just Aman stories. This is the reality of majority of Indian students. Just think about it. When you were growing up, how many people around you were talking about building a product, solving a problem, or creating a brand? Almost zero. Look at this elephant. It can pull a tree, throw a car, destroy a village, but the same elephant is tied with a small thin rope. Because when it was small, the same thin rope was strong enough to hold it. Now, even after going so powerful, its mind still believed that the rope is unbreakable. Not because the rope is strong, because the mind already gave up before the body could try. Aman had the same imaginary ropes around him, not in his abilities, but in his thinking. But one day he started asking a different question. Not what is safe, but what is possible. And this one shift in thinking is the starting point of every business. Because convincing yourself is the first and hardest battle than convincing anyone else. Because the initial doubts do not come from outside, but from inside. Then came the second battle, convincing the people who loved him, raised him, built him. See, family does not discourage because they want the dream to fail. They discourage because they are afraid to watch someone they love is suffering. That disagreement comes from love, but still becomes a serious obstacle between who you are and what you can be. But you can always explain your vision in their language. When Aman was resigning from his job, he faced all those difficult conversations, but he managed to convince his loved ones. Then came the day when he broke all the imaginary ropes and finally started the real execution. But this is what was going to be the most painful part to handle because his expectation did not match with what he thought. Because business doesn't run on feeling, it runs on market demand. And sometimes, even for the most prepared person, it doesn't work with what they predicted. After this failure, Aman had two options: restarting again with the learnings from the previous mistakes, or silently giving up on his dreams. But Aman decided not to give up. He learned from the previous mistakes and restarted again with more clarity. But guess what? He failed again. And this cycle of restarting and failing kept running, not for one, not for two, not for three. Consecutively, he failed for 6 times. 6 times he convinced himself that the approach is good and it will work, but 6 times the market gave the same result. But all those failures were slowly compounding for something big. Every failure he saw gave more and more clarity about the market, and finally he noticed the big gap. Young Indians wanted stylish, value for money, lifestyle electronic products, but the gap was either too expensive or too poor in quality. To fill the gap in 2016, he brought a boat in the market. Lakhs of people used boat products. Some liked, some did not. He was an entrepreneur where I want to bring our focus is Aman broke all the imaginary ropes, came out of comfort zone, went to China, talked to manufacturer, raised funding, built a brand and reached to lakhs of people. And all this happened after 6 consecutive failures, one after another. He did not come from a business family or he did not have a ready-made network where someone already did it before. He figured out everything from scratch, step by step, failure by failure, brick by brick, with the same 24 hours that everyone else also has. All this happened in 2016 when building a brand was much harder than what it is today. In 2026, reaching out to potential customer does not need a marketing team. Finding a problem does not need 5 years of job experience. Creating a brand does not need a lot of money. What used to take months and years, you can achieve the same with the power of AI in just few weeks. But there is one thing which has not changed so far, the imaginary rope. The same imaginary rope that was around Aman is around a lot of students, maybe including you as well. the same environment, same conversation, and same pressure of stability over possibility. But the good thing is you can start your entrepreneurship journey from today. While attending your classes, while doing your job, you can manage a lot of time by eliminating the things which is not going to matter in your life in the next few months. Thanks for being here. This channel is for helping you in all possible way in your entrepreneurship journey. If you connect to this, then please subscribe. If you found something valuable, then make sure you like this video and drop your valuable comment that what we can do better. Let's meet on next Sunday with a new video at 7 p.m.